Are you kidding me, though? We record 15 minutes and I didn't press record? Who's here for round 2?
Welcome to Hardly Working, the show where we talk about life, love, and labor, hosted by the couple that works, plays, and stays together.
Here we go.
Not just for the couples that work, play, and stay together, though. This is for everybody.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm the other host of the show, SP. If you're wondering what's going on, so are we. Because we did indeed record 15 minutes of this episode.
No, we didn't record 15 minutes.
I did. And the audio will be attached to the end of this episode.
Oh, my goodness.
Actually, probably won't be because that'd be kind of weird. If you're listening, I will attach it there. But no, I won't. Sorry. I just won't do the extra work. Listen and look. That's what we always say. We no one even knows what that means, Cal, because no one's heard the first 15 minutes of this episode.
Listen, did you know that if you say R&R in an American accent, it sounds like you're saying "oh no" in an Australian accent? Try it.
Should I just pretend like we've never done this?
We just did this, but try it.
It was so pure.
Try it.
It was so...
I want to hear it. R&R.
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 Oh, tell me some bad news.
Man, did you hear about what happened in Gears of War?
R&R.
It's not like that. You gotta go.
Okay,
R&R.
try it again.
R&R.
To give me a bad
R&R.
Give me some bad news.
Did you hear what happened to the hockey player from the UK?
R&R, are you kidding me? R&R.
It's good. That was a sad story.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's good news.
But try it. R&R.
Yeah. So the gist of the entire episode is just say R&R in an American accent, and it will sound like you're saying "oh no" in an Australian accent.
Yeah.
Just like if you say the phrase raise up lights. Wait for it. It is the same as saying razor blades in an Australian accent. Let's hear it in 3, 2.
Raise up lights.
Give me like 3 in a row.
Raise up lights. Raise up lights. Raise up lights.
Where did we put the...
Raise up lights.
Just like if you say, I think it is bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
In a British accent?
It's beer can.
Sounds like beer can in a Jamaican accent.
No, if you say beer can, it sounds like bacon. And
okay,
beer can.
Let me hear it.
Beer can. Beer can. Beer can. Beer can.
I think you say bacon in a Jamaican accent sounds like beer can. Beer
I don't know. I have no idea.
Bacon. This is not appropriation, I hope.
We're not.
Look, we got really derailed.
Done.
We got so derailed. Okay, let's jump into it though.
Let's talk about our week.
Yada, yada, R&R, yada, 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 our week.
R&R. So good. Try it.
Okay, let's hit some things that we've already talked about.
No, okay, but
now,
don't make them feel like we already talked about it. This is the first time they're hearing it.
You're right. Let me try this again.
Stop acting. Hi, guys. It's the first time we're definitely going to talk about our weeks right now. Tell me, how was your week?
This is Hardly Working, the show that will tell you about what's happened. There's only a few highlights here. The first one is there's been a murder. That's right. Ashley May and Jonathan threw a murder mystery dinner.
Oh, yeah, Ashley May.
Which was amazing. We'll talk a little bit about some of the highlights there. As you watch it. Ashley Amazing.
It was so good. It was a 1920s themed murder mystery party. Have you ever been to a murder mystery party?
I have once.
Outside of this one?
Yeah, so twice.
Was it a 1920s themed one?
I don't think so. All I remember from that is I got a character sheet and then I was like, I need something. And there was a rubber glove in my car, like a dishwashing glove. And I threw it on one hand. And the only thing people cared about was why I had that glove on, which had nothing to do with anything.
That's clever.
It's just my need for attention.
That's okay. I've been to 3. This has been my 3rd.
Dang,
one of them I threw. One my parents threw for me. It was my 18th birthday party and I wanted to do a murder mystery party.
Wow, you didn't talk about that last time.
I didn't.
Wow, it's like a whole new show.
Yeah, it was Christmas themed though. I think Santa died or something.
That sounds awesome.
It was interesting.
Now we know what we're doing for Hardly Holidays.
There we go. We are doing the whole murder mystery party.
That's what we're doing for Hardly Holidays.
Oh, we should do that. Just have guests come in one at a time and talk about their character, and at the end we reveal who did it.
Oh my gosh, like a radio opera.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called.
We're not going to do that.
Like
but yes, I did that one.
Play.
And then my best friend Saman had a 1920s themed murder mystery party for her 21st birthday just about 10 years ago.
Nope. We all know that she is so young.
Don't.
And so beautiful.
She is younger than me. That is for sure.
Yes.
But it was for her 21st birthday. It was a shared 21st birthday between her and her then boyfriend at the time, which I totally forgot until I talked to her about it. I forgot that it was her party. I thought that we attended together. But no,
that's the story you
I
told
attended
me.
there because it was her birthday. She corrected me. She was like, it was my birthday. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Well, it just wasn't at her house. It was at our friend Becca's house. And so it was confusing.
So many good experiences. But the one that we went to.
Yeah, it was way good.
Was awesome.
Well, tell me about it. What was really cool about it?
Well, shout out to Ashley May and Jonathan, her husband Jonathan, for being incredible hosts. Ashley May's got the hosting bug.
Yeah. You mean Detective Fitzgerald and Mimi Cryer, the 1920s actress?
Probably.
Yes, those are their characters.
There was so many people that it was hard to keep the name straight. So yes,
they were all pretty much in theme with who they were. Like yours, I was Goldie Diggs. I was looking for the most famous, or not famous, the most rich man in the room.
Can I just say that we had a conversation in the car, Kelly and I was like, what are we going to do? Like, Kelly was like, I was thinking about doing an accent, but like...
We were like, we're not going to do
an
an
accent. I was like, yeah, me too, but I'm not going to, because then you got to do it all
Commit.
night. And then we went around the table, and they're like, introduce your character. Kelly, why don't you introduce your character for us?
God, I wish I had a picture of the thing. I should have taken it. I did take it with me. It's in the
car. Just make it up.
But I went, oh, hey there. I'm Goldie Diggs, and this is my natural blonde hair. I swear, it's not dyed here. It's not dyed at all. It's my natural hair. And I'm here with Shay. Shay's my guy, and we're just so great. It's been so great. It's a lovely dinner.
So
and my
she
name's
goes
Goldie Diggs.
into an accent,
which felt means... right when I read on the paper what I needed to read out loud to people. I was like, there's only one way to read this.
Yeah.
And you can't be like, oh, hey there, I'm Goldie, because then it doesn't fit. You know what I mean?
And then I had to do an accent.
No, you didn't have to, but you did.
You did it, so I had to.
So who was your character, sweetheart?
Hey, I think I was like,
you did. Hey, I'm walking here.
New York. I'm Shady Diggs. But
no, you're Shady Sort.
Shady Sort. But Shay.
We ain't married. And yes, you are going to take my name when we do get married. You're going to be Shady Diggs because I'm Goldie Diggs.
I can't even do a character intro on my own. I can't do it.
All right, go for it, Shay.
No, that's it. So I had that accent. You had that accent.
Yeah,
it was a great night. There was a bathtub full of...
No. There was a couple things that stood out in the night. This is what you said, and it's true. There were two things that stood out in the night.
Tell me the two things.
The first one is when you walked in, it was so cool.
Yes.
There was a champagne tower.
Yeah.
And it was filled with a cute little, think of the Great Gatsby, cute little champagne glasses that were there, and they were all filled with champagne and stacked perfectly. I'm seriously so surprised that nobody knocked that over. Because that's all I thought about every time I walked past it.
Me too. And I almost knocked it over once, for sure. Yeah.
And then the second thing is they had a bathroom that had like a standalone bathtub.
So cute.
And on the way, I had told Ashley May, I was like, let me know if you need anything. And she's like, no, I just want everyone to come and enjoy. And I was like, okay, but like if you need anything, let me know. And so she texted me when we were, like 5 minutes out. And she was like, hey, what's your ETA? And I was like, 6:28, even though it starts at 6:30, 6:28. She's like, would you mind stopping to get 5 bags of ice? And I was like, sure, of course, yes. And then I looked at you and you were like, 5 bags of ice?
50 pounds
50 pounds?
Ice.
And I was like, that's what she asked for.
And of course, Kelly's dressed to the nines as a 1920s flapper.
So I ain't getting out of the car.
She's not getting out to get ice.
Because it was a lot.
Just this guy in a pinstripe 3-piece suit and a fedora.
You took the top and the fedora off.
Yeah, so I was just in a pinstripe matching trousers and vest with a black button.
You turned less heads than I would have had I walked inside in my flapper dress with my feather in my hair and my old timey shoes.
That's true. At least I could blend in like that guy has a peculiar style.
Yeah, they'd be like who, where is she going? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so did you say what that's for?
No. It says we got 5 pounds of ice, and when we showed up, there was a standalone bathroom in one of their
standalone bathtub
in one of their bathroom. Thank you. And they had filled it with different types of like alcohol. Like it had the cute little rosé bottles, the ones with the roses in the bottom of them that are super cute. Those ones, different types of beer, champagne, different things. And it was all in the bathtub with ice. I was like, that's such a good idea.
It was really cute.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
But it was everything. All the details were perfect.
It was perfect. It was pretty cool. So shout out to Ashley May and Jonathan. Thanks for having a great party. We didn't have a ton of work this week. We did a lot of work, but no gigs, right? No gigs. So what we
just
did
being
spend,
Goldie Diggs.
Just being Goldie and just being parents with 2 soccer practices, finished my class, a soccer game.
She has one more soccer game of the season until playoffs if they make it, which
oh God, I hope not.
From what I understand, they will make it.
It sounds like one of those everyone's going to make it things. Ugh. Anyway, so
can you tell we love soccer?
What we spent a lot of our time doing was the play part of work, play, and stay together.
If you don't know this about me, which I think you do.
Right now, you're doing like Brooklyn's podcast. One person's talking and Brooklyn's just like,
it's because I'm trying to raise your energy levels because you're pretty low.
I'm fine.
He's pretty low. Okay, listen.
Okay.
If you don't know this about me, which you should if you listen to this podcast, but if it's your first time here, I love playing games. Board games, video games, iPad games, phone games. Doesn't really matter. I like playing games. I like puzzles. I just think it's fun.
I could barely lock her down. She's always playing games with my heart.
Games
with my heart.
Games with my heart. Games with my heart. Okay, sorry. I'm done. Who am I? I don't know.
You play a lot of games.
I play a lot of games. I really do like games. I like puzzles. if you've ever heard of the iPad game, The Room, perfection.
All three or
glitch
more
games, great game makers.
Yeah, if you're into puzzle games, not puzzles, but games where you have to solve the problem.
Yeah, The Room and Glitch Games are probably my go-tos. And Glitch Games has a ton of different ones.
Glitch Games is a publishing company. The Room is an example of like at least 3 or more games. Yeah, but it's someone else. Glitch Games are great. Never Alone or Always Alone, something like that.
I don't know, but they also have Veritas and the one that they only had a part 1 of that they never made a part 2 of that I was looking forward to the part 2 of, but they haven't made it yet. And it's really frustrating. Glitch Games, if you're listening to this, just make it. I want to know about Alice.
And we know you're listening. Okay, but anyway, where are you going with it?
We play lots of games, and I love games. But one of our favorite games, we like playing games together. And so if it's not like games on the Nintendo Switch, like Mario, which is most of the ones we play together on the Switch, which we just finished Wonder 2. Oh my gosh, we play lots of games, which is a brand new Mario game that came out.
She plays lots of games.
We play Borderlands or like couch co-op games, shooty type games.
Yes.
Which I never thought I'd be into. My brother used to play Resident Evil when we were younger, and Diablo. And those were really scary for me to play by myself. So I never did. I just watched him play a lot of the time.
But we talked about this last week that we switched to a new game. And speaking of your brother who played Resident Evil growing up.
So all I had to say, we played Borderlands. We played through Borderlands a million times, I think we said last week. And so we're looking for a new game. And so we started playing Gears of War. Yes. So we played through 1, I think last week.
We had finished the first one. Yeah.
Started the second. Well, we've now finished the second and the third.
Yeah. We're recording this. If you could turn the cameras to the outdoors, you would see that it is dark outside because we just finished Gears of War 3. It was...
I don't need to know.
Kellie, and this is all spoilers for a series,
lots
a trilogy
and lots of spoilers
that's over 10 years old. So suck it up. But Kellie's character, Dom, had to go through 2 of the most traumatic experiences that a character could have.
Yeah. So my brother asked me the question.
Yeah.
Before we get there, brother asked me the question.
It's a shout out. Yeah. For Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah. He was like, I was listening to your podcast and I have a question for you. And I was like, yeah. He's like, who is your favorite Gears of War character and why is it Coltrane? You laughed really hard and you were like, I love Cole. And I was like, Cole isn't my favorite. I do like Coltrane. I do like his character. But Dom was my character.
Dom was the character you played. Dom. Yes, but Coltrane was, and will always be my favorite. Here's the deal, though. You've only played through the campaign, which is the main story for those who aren't.
Is there more?
Well, there's a not a co-op thing like we did, which was we played the story together. Yeah. But there's a multiplayer in all of these games where you and 4 other people play against another team of 5.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't. But in those games, I was always Cole because you got to choose whatever character you wanted for the match.
You can't choose.
And Ryan was, and will always be right. You can clip this out, Ryan, and just use that as your ringtone.
But Coltrane's cool. But for spoilers, like huge spoilers for Gears of War, again, 10 years old. So if you haven't played it, you're probably not going to, but you should. And it won't ruin the gameplay. It'll just ruin the story. But Dom was my character. Great. Love Dom. In the first one, you find out that he has a wife.
Yep.
Well, kind of. He has Maria tattooed on his arm. So you assume that there's somebody, but there's no real story in the first one, I would say. It's not really a story. Or is that when no. And then you get to the second one and you start to get a little bit more story, right? And so we find out that Maria is out there somewhere, his wife.
Yes.
And so we spend the majority of the game trying to find her. Spoilers, we find her, but she is so, what did you say?
She's so close to death.
Oh yeah, there's no way. They're like in the center of the world.
Yeah.
Underground, deep underground.
She
They still have to go
like one of
fight
those
the big
people
bad.
from Pompeii who were frozen in time by lava if they were still alive.
Yeah. And so he had to do the unthinkable
and put her down.
So I killed my wife.
Heart-wrenching
In the game, but I was like, all right.
It hurt when I did it
Maria.
10 years ago, but she did not really care.
We didn't really know her. Maybe if we played it again, I would be like, oh yeah, I get it. We just didn't really know her and we had to keep going. And it was like, you killed her and then you kept going like straight on through. Well, then you get to the third game and all of a sudden they had 2 kids.
Yep. That's great.
When do we mention 2 kids?
Don't know.
I have no idea, but they have 2 kids. We find out that someone else's dad is alive. And so you have all these different things happening.
Arcus's dad is alive. Yeah.
We switched characters at some point in time. So it was no longer Dom. And I was like, what the heck is happening? I'm now Baird, who I didn't like, but like more now. Mm-hmm. You got to be Coltrane, your favorite. Woo! And then we switched back into Dom. I have never played a game where the character that you are no longer exists.
Gone.
Just dead.
Yep.
I sacrificed myself.
Yep.
For you guys to survive in the hometown of my wife where my kids are buried and my wife couldn't be buried there, but in spirit, she was buried there.
Yep.
And now I'm buried there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Forever.
It was
that was sad.
It was a hard time. Yeah.
It was really sad. But I did sacrifice myself to save the rest of my crew and team.
That's true. You okay over there?
Gonna button this up real quick.
Well, that's enough Gears of War because...
But I do love Gears of War. It's really great. If you haven't played it, you should play it. It's fun. Spoilers, yes. We'll be playing through 4 and whatever the other one was that you downloaded.
There's Judgment and then 4 and
what
then
is
5.
Judgment?
It's kind of like a spin-off of the main trilogy.
You said
I think you're Baird, yeah. It doesn't matter because you don't come here for decade-old video game news.
Borderlands is still the best.
It is great. You come here for things like unpopular opinions, offbeat news stories,
advice about life.
I don't know if we talked about that
and
this
fun.
episode. And this is only for people.
No, it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
You missed it, but he had originally, he said you know what's funny though, is that you've done the intro that way, I think 2 times before, where you say life, love, and labor, hosted by the couple that works, plays, and stays together for the couples that work, play, and stay together. But it's not just for the couples that work, play, and stay together. It's for everybody.
Oh my gosh, we're rehashing it.
I'm just letting you know, but I don't think you knew that you had said it like 2 times at least before. You like, it was the additional thing you added in, but I was like, it's not just for those couples. It's for anybody that wants to have that relationship or just likes us. I'm looking to you. If you just like me, it's okay if you don't like him. I like him enough for the both of us. Hey. But if you like me, you come here.
Hey, get your own show. Okay. You know what else people come here for?
Games.
Fun. You know what else is coming up?
Unpopular opinions.
That is coming up. Thanksgiving for everybody except for the Europeans.
I was going to say.
And actually pretty much everyone else. It's really just Thanksgiving for us.
Yeah.
So I think
the cranberry sauce.
We're having mashed potatoes. Oh, the turkey looks great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Ho, everyone's thanking. Everyone's thanking you for thanking us, for thanking you. Kill the turkey. Boy, we have a lot of Thanksgiving songs.
Do you know, this is like a completely separate thing because I know you want to get into other things and we will. We once, so our buddy Christian Spicer.
Shout out to Christian Spicer.
Had a comedy show a couple years ago. This was before COVID.
Yeah, this was
that we went to. Yeah, that we went to. And it was a fun time. And it was the funniest thing because he pulled people on stage at some point in time for like
It was an improv game.
It was an improv game, which was really great. We didn't get called on. Still not bitter about it. It's fine.
I don't think we raised our hands.
Just kidding. You don't know.
We don't like to be called on.
Yeah, but listen. But they had to do a couple things. And one of the things they had to do was come up with the Thanksgiving song. And I will say they tried their best, but SP and I were in the crowd being like, all these Bob's Burgers ones. You could do any of them.
Yes, which are all the songs we just sang.
Yeah, because they're literally, because there's no Thanksgiving song. There's like not a thing, but Bob's Burgers has them. And I was so bummed that no one on stage did that. And I was like, if we would have been up there, we would have won.
Oh yeah.
Because it was the closest, which I give it to them because that's what I would have picked too, was the Pocahontas.
Oh,
Close with one, which I think is what they went with. But like I was like, it's a Thanksgiving song. It's a difficult thing to do, but there are. Bob's Burgers, go watch them. Great episodes, Thanksgiving episodes.
It's not a Navy boat. It's a gravy boat.
That's right,
so
Linda.
Many good ones. So many good ones. All right. But speaking of Thanksgiving and all the things that are like it, we're going to be playing a little bit of a game here. Whether you're listening or watching, you'll be able to play along.
Oh, is this what I need to write?
Yeah, you're going to need to write, girlfriend. I'm going to write down too. If you hear us or see us making little clickety clacks of typing, that's because we've got to put our answers in. Once we have this done, you can clip it out and show this to your family at Thanksgiving and see who's the smartest in your family.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to write as fast as I can. If I can't do this, I'm going to switch to my phone, but I'm going to try to write.
Yeah, so you're going to write down your answers. I'll write down my answers.
But we're
even
going
though we're
back
sharing
and forth,
them together.
right?
Yep, don't worry. We got it all.
I'm so sorry. I just want to
in.
make sure that I'm paying attention because I wasn't.
Now or earlier?
I was picking this up when you were starting to talk about it.
So here's how it works. We are playing essentially Family Feud Thanksgiving version, but we're calling it Survey Says Thanksgiving Edition. Yeah. So we have a series of different prompts here.
Yep.
And we're going to go back and forth listing what we think is going to be the answer. For instance, we won't do it right now, but the first one is name one thing you eat on Thanksgiving. So we'll go through back and forth until one of us doesn't have an answer, and then we'll stop our answers there. Okay. We'll come back and see where we landed. Here's the thing. The first person should try to get the number one guess.
Well, duh.
And if you do, that person will get
Do I get the number
point.
one guess?
We'll go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay. So that's how it works. You can play along with us here. And then, like I said, we'll go back and do it. So the first one is, like I said, name one thing you eat on Thanksgiving. What's your number one answer?
Turkey.
Great. Mashed potatoes.
Okay. Cranberry sauce.
Ooh, that's a good one. Did you say stuffing?
No.
Okay. Stuffing.
Mashed potatoes.
I said that just now.
No, you said
I said
stuffing.
mashed potatoes.
You said stuffing.
Guys, this is going to be a long game.
You did not
My first answer was mashed potatoes. You got to listen to me too, girlfriend.
Was it?
Yes.
I was just going through the Linda song in my head.
Okay, you get one more chance. If you don't get it, we got to stop.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so wait. Turkey,
Mashed potatoes,
cranberry sauce,
stuffing.
what's that thing? String casserole?
Oh, green bean.
Green bean.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
like,
take
it's
that.
some type of bean.
I'm going to say rolls for mine.
Okay. You said rolls?
I said rolls.
Pie, pumpkin pie.
That's perfect. I'm going to say sweet potato casserole.
Oh, that was my next one.
And this one has 8 answers. So give me one more and we'll stop and move on to the next. You have 5 seconds.
I know. Ham.
Ooh, yeah, you would eat
because I'm a ham girl. Fun fact about me, I do not eat turkey. I hate turkey, and
It's
it makes
terrible.
me sick when I eat it. I do not like it.
Next one, name something you do other than eat on Thanksgiving. I'm going to start with watch football.
Okay, sleep.
Spend time with family. Hang with family.
How many answers on the board?
There are 8 answers. I know. What else could you do?
Other than eat, is that what it is?
Other than eat.
Cook.
Ooh, that's a good one. I will say, you already said sleep, right? You're talking about like in the morning?
So watch football, sleep. No, because turkey has
napping?
whatever. Yeah, napping.
Tryptophan. Okay, napping.
Is
Got
that
it.
sleeping, napping?
I was
Same
just making
thing.
sure. Okay. Watching football.
Sleeping, napping.
Hanging with family.
Cooking.
Cooking. I'm not going to lie. Oh, that's all I got. So we got to stop there. I'm so sorry.
I don't get to do one more?
You can do one for you, but it's not
I'm going to say clean.
Ew. Like do the dishes?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't put it on there because I don't do the dishes.
That's right.
Next up, number 3. Name a Thanksgiving word that begins with the letter P.
A Thanksgiving word?
Yeah.
It's called a cornucopia, right? Not a pop cornucopia.
Yeah, don't put a P on the front of cornucopia.
Potato pie. Pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie. Can you do 2 words? Is it 1 word? What is it?
I think you could go both.
Okay, I'm going to say pumpkin pie.
Okay.
It has to be a Thanksgiving word.
Has to be a Thanksgiving word, but I also think pumpkin and pie could be Thanksgiving words. So
Okay,
I'm
so
not going to
then-
use those yet, but I'm going to say Patriots.
Okay, then I'll take my second one as pie, pumpkin and pie.
Okay,
and then-
fine. And then can I do my next one as pumpkin? Just
Yeah.
the actual word pumpkin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not, but is it just a Thanksgiving word or is it a word that is for Thanksgiving?
The prompt is a Thanksgiving word, but it's,
I was
100
gonna
people
say
surveyed.
Parade, like the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah, of course.
That we should have put as what people do other than eat on Thanksgiving. Watch the
They
Thanksgiving
probably
Day
parade around.
They watch the Thanksgiving Day parade. My brother watches it every year. It's like a big thing. Okay. Pumpkin.
I said, pumpkin, and then parade was the next one.
No, pumpkin. You said Patriots.
I did say Patriots. We've got parade on here.
I said parade, but what did you say? I know,
but you've gone out of order, lady.
I did not go out of order. I did pumpkin, and then
I think that's all I got. Patriot, and that's like 10.
Pie, parade.
Okay. You ready for the next one?
Potatoes.
I already said potatoes. No, I didn't.
Yeah. Right, I think maybe you did say potatoes.
I thought so too.
I think that was your other P.
Next up, we may cut this game in half depending on time. Yeah, we got play the other half.
We got another week.
On next week. All right, we are on. Oh, perfect. Number 4. Name an NFL team that plays on Thanksgiving. And it doesn't have to have a letter. Do I start here?
Yeah.
Patriots.
Does any NFL team play on?
You better name any team, lady. Because even if you get it wrong, at least we can keep going.
Okay. 49ers.
49ers.
Is that wrong, though? Are there certain ones that play on Thanksgiving that don't?
I realize we're both exposing ourselves here. I don't know.
Okay, keep going.
But I do think the Cowboys play on Thanksgiving.
Okay. What about the Seahawks?
Sure, let's put them on there. I'm going to put the Packers on mine.
Okay, Chargers. They don't have to be peas.
Yep. I'm writing yours for some reason.
I know. I'm writing mine.
Let me tell you how many answers there are here. 8. So let's do one more each. It could be
any NFL. Is it an NFL team?
Any NFL team. I'm going to put the Falcons for Ryan.
I was going to do the Falcons.
Fine. You do Falcons. I'll do the Lions.
Okay.
Let's do 2 more, and then we will move on. If we have time at the end, we'll do the next round.
Okay.
Next up, name a flavor of pie. Do it. Give me the number 1 answer.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin pie.
I forgot that I got to go first. I thought you got to go first.
Mine's apple.
I was going to be mine.
What's yours now then?
This is not going to be a flavor. I was going to say Toll House pie, but I know that that's not a thing.
Are you going to say it or no?
What would be like I'm going to say pecan pie.
Yeah, that's a good one. How about rhubarb?
Ooh. You said apple pie and rhubarb pie, pecan pie. It's like a chocolate mousse pie, but that's not the name of it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like a Boston cream pie? Is that what it is?
Sure. I just know that as a donut. I'm not gonna lie.
Thinking of like the chocolate mousse pie with the stuff on top.
Yeah, I don't like chocolate, so
it's gonna be my Boston cream. I don't know the name of that. That's what I mean. The chocolate one, the chocolate mousse. Okay.
So now I'm gonna do banana cream pie.
Ooh, we should make a banana cream pie this year.
I love it so much.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna modify it to fit us, and then I'm gonna make it.
Any others you want to throw in there? There's 8 answers in total.
Pumpkin pecan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there are 8 answers.
Of a pie.
Any pie.
I don't like pie.
Okay.
Cherry pie.
Cherry it is. All right. One more before, we'll do 2 more just for fun.
Do you have 4 of pies?
I guess I could do another one. I have 4. I have pumpkin, apple, rhubarb, banana.
I have pumpkin. Pumpkin's mine.
Sorry. Then I'm going to do banana cream pie. Did we do apple? We did apple.
You did apple.
How about cherry?
Rhubarb.
Did you cherry?
I did cherry.
Okay. Love some pie. How about...
Yes, pie boy.
Chicken pot pie.
There you go. That's a good one. That's good. That's thinking outside the box, baby.
Outside the pie.
All right, give me number 6.
Number 6.
You go first. Don't write my answers.
Name one word associated with pilgrims. Other than... Okay, let's go
You
for
go
it.
first.
Okay, smallpox. Genocide. I don't know. What do you want me to say? I don't think pilgrims are cool anymore.
It's not PC, and I understand it, but I would say people probably put Indians because pilgrims and Indians.
So we'll say Native Americans.
Native Americans,
because we are a sensitive.
So that's
bunch.
Me, Native Americans. You said smallpox.
I'm going to say the first Thanksgiving because it's words that are associated with.
Is it called a cornucopia? Is that the thing?
With a P or a C?
With a C, because that's what I'm going to say.
I'm sorry, what was the emotion?
It looks like a horn, but it's not. You fill it with stuff.
Yeah, I'm not even touching that one. Okay. Belt buckles, like the clothes, buckle clothes, I'd say.
I got you. Belt buckle clothes.
Okay. Anything else?
What are those hats? Bonnets?
Sure.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. It's just a weird answer.
Associated with pilgrims. I don't know. Do I think people are going to say smallpox? No, I don't.
Well, then I'm going to say turkey. If you want to add one more, you can, but there's only 8. America.
Oh, ships. You know the ships they came on? R&R.
Oh, ships. R&R.
But you know what I mean? Is it the Mayflower and what all the things that so any of the ships.
The Pinta, the Santa, Maria.
Was it not the Mayflower?
I was told there'd be no
those
history.
Ones.
You're the history one.
I am. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, and then my last one is going to be America. Next one, it'll be the last one we do.
Not to be confused with
here.
Native Americans.
Name one store that has the best
we're doing 7.
Black Friday sales.
One store that has the best Black Fridays?
It's multiple stores, but you only get to name one.
I don't get to. It's only one. There's not multiple.
Oh my gosh. It's the same game, lady.
But how many are on the board?
How about this? Name a store.
Thank you. I want to know how many were on the board.
God. No one listening had
Target.
that question. Okay. Mine's going to be Amazon.
It's at a store.
It's
I
an
assumed
online
a store front.
Well.
God, I want to say Macy's, even though I know that it's for older people.
I'm going Best Buy. You going to hang us out to dry here, McGillicuddy?
Target. I mean, it could be any store. I'm just trying to think about what 100 people in America would have polled.
Okay.
I don't want to say Walmart.
You should.
Then I'll say Walmart.
Okay. And then I will put one more in there.
How many are on the board? 8 or 7 or
That's
6?
a great question. It's 8.
So then we should each get 2 more.
I know, but I don't think I can get 2 more.
Target, Macy's, Walmart.
Yes.
And?
Sears?
Doesn't really exist.
Maybe
it
does now. Who knows? Okay, I'm just kidding. How about car dealership?
Sure. Black Friday deals. Where am I getting my Black Friday deals from? It can be like any store. I was going to say like American Eagle. But I don't know that people would say American Eagle. I
don't know, but you only have 5 seconds left.
Well, then you said Best Buy. Why did I do that? I don't know. I'm going to say I was going to say Dick's Sporting Goods, but that feels so
that's
weird.
5 seconds. Actually, it's more like 10 seconds. So
really
we've
tried.
got to move
All
on.
right.
All right. That's it. So thank you for sending in your answers. That's a great question. We're just going to see if we can get
any of them. Okay,
all of these right before the 3 strikes. So if you're playing at home, this is the time.
Now that it's not boring anymore, you don't have to hear us try to figure out stuff as you're yelling at us what the answers are. Let's see if your answers were better than ours.
So many people. All right. You ready, Kel?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, kings, queens, and in-betweens, it is time for Survey Says Thanksgiving Edition. We've taken 6, maybe 7 questions and polled 100 people, asking them to fill in the blanks and fill in their answers to get the top 8 or so answers. Let's see if we can get them on the board. The first question is this. Name one thing you eat on Thanksgiving. Kelly, what was your answer?
Turkey.
Turkey is the number 1 answer with 42 votes. Congratulations on getting the number 1 answer. That's a point for you, lady.
Yeah, I'm going to add up all of our points.
Do it. My first one was mashed potatoes, which is in the 3rd position with 11 votes. What was your next one?
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce. It is on the board with only 5 votes in the 6th position. My next one was rolls. Did rolls make it on the board?
Did they?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness, McGillicuddy.
My goodness.
That's what just happened.
I am a little confused because I may have exposed an answer that I shouldn't have. Because mashed potatoes was my answer, and that was number 4. I saw sweet potatoes and clicked that.
I think that you also had sweet potatoes as one of yours. Did you not? Sweet potato casserole?
So it's definitely on there already.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're good. What's your next one?
Green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole is on the board with 4 votes.
Ugh.
My next one was pie. We've got pumpkin pie.
Mine was pumpkin pie.
And mine was just pie?
No, you didn't say no. Mine was pumpkin pie.
Fine. Hers was pie.
I wrote mine down.
You already got the answer, though. You got the number 1 answer.
Yeah, I know, but it's not my fault that you wrote down mine and yours.
Do you have another one?
Ham.
Ham is on the board.
With 3 points.
And of course, wherever we put it in our list, we've got them all.
What was number 2?
Was stuffing/dressing.
Oh, that was yours. That was 16.
Yeah. So were you a stuffing family or a dressing family? What'd you call it?
Stuffing.
Yeah, we called it stuffing too. I think dressing might be a Midwest thing. I don't know.
So all right. I got to add together our points too, because we're going to see who wins.
Wow.
Okay, ask the next question.
Kellie has hijacked the game.
Ask the next question.
Next question. Name something you do other than eat on Thanksgiving. This one, I believe I went first. And I said, watch football. Is watch football on here? Boom. Number 2, 21 votes. Play/watch football. What's yours?
Wow, 21?
21.
Mine was sleep.
Yours
or nap.
was sleep. We have take a nap on the board.
Only for 3 points. Who is this?
The last possible one. I said hang out with family. We do on the board have talk/visit with family for 20 points in the third spot, which I will take. What was your next one, Kel? Because that is my last one. Your next one was cook. That, of course, is on the board. And then did you put anything else on there?
The board?
Yes, it is. For 5 points.
Clean.
And clean was not on the board. Nope, it was not on the board. You want to see what else was on the board, though?
I do want to see what else was on the board. You beat me out on points that time.
That's good. Do you have a guess on what the number 1 could be?
Something other than eat on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Watch the parade.
It is not number 1. That's number 4. The number 1 answer was playing games/playing
I was
cards.
gonna say playing games and then was like, no one does that but us.
I guess you were wrong. Everyone does it. Take a look at the board. You can see those final 2 answers were Black Friday shopping or prep, which we should have known.
I also was going to say
exercise, walk/walk.
I was also going to say walk, but I was like, nobody wants to walk.
Nobody wants to walk. Moving on. Next, name a Thanksgiving word that begins with the letter P. What did you put?
Pumpkin.
That's it?
I was going to say pumpkin pie, but we split them up. So pumpkin.
Pumpkin is the number 1 answer. Well done. You said pumpkin. I said Patriots. Patriots was not on the board. What's your next answer?
Pie.
Pie. Show me pie. The number 3 answer.
I'm winning my points back, baby.
Getting your points back, lady. So here's the thing. I too said pie.
No, you started writing down my answers.
That's true, because I have pumpkin after that, too.
I know, because you started writing down mine.
You want to know my next answer, though?
Yeah.
Is parade.
That was mine!
And parade...
That was mine.
Well, good thing it wasn't, because it was the last place answer, and it only had 2 votes.
I'm going to give you 2 points, but it was mine.
What's your next one?
Potatoes.
Potatoes is on the board in the number 4 position with 8 votes. I don't have any more. And do you have any more?
No, that was it for me.
Well, there's some obvious ones that we missed. Let's reveal all of them right now. In the number 2 position was pilgrim.
Oh, my goodness.
Duh. In the number 1, 2, 3, 4,
praise.
5 position was prayer, praise. I guess that's like, what are you thankful for? Could be praise. And then pecan, of course.
Oh, I
which comes up later
about that. Yeah.
In our other ones. Next up, name an NFL team that plays on Thanksgiving. Who started, me or you?
I don't know, but you can start. Do you want to know where we're at with points right now?
Heck yeah, I want to know where we're at with points.
You have 80 points.
Yeah, I do. That sounds like a lot.
133.
It doesn't sound like as much as it did.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so I have to be honest. My first answer was Patriots.
Mm-hmm. And was it on the board?
It is on the board in the number 4th position for 10 points.
Okay.
What was yours?
49ers.
Yeah,
I don't think any of mine are going to be on the board.
Are the 49ers on the board? No, they are not.
Yeah, this one, I don't know that you should mark them off
should I not count?
Yeah, go for the next one.
Do you not want to lose?
No, I don't mean like that. I just meant like, don't give us the 3 X's because I just want to see if I got any of them right.
Sure. Cowboys was mine. And that is the number 1 answer with 38 points.
Oh, well.
What's yours?
The Seahawks.
The Seahawks are not on the board. But I wonder if my next team is. How about the Packers?
They probably
yes,
are.
they are. In the 5th position with 8 points is the Packers. What's your next one?
I'm just going to switch ahead to the Falcons.
What do you mean switch ahead?
I skipped the Chargers.
You don't want the Chargers?
I will go back to the Chargers.
But you'd rather have what?
The Falcons.
No, the Falcons are not on there.
Were the Chargers on there?
No, they're not on there.
Yeah, I realized it now that it probably was too late.
Yeah. You want to know what's really funny about the answers that have been input to this game?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look and reveal all of them right here. Detroit Lions, which I did say.
I have no idea.
The game was already over. Yeah, I have no ideas. Number 3. Then the Green Bay Packers, which I should be able
Are
to
there 2
pronounce.
Steelers teams?
No. Pittsburgh Steelers. And then 9 people put either the Chicago Steelers, which are the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Chicago Bears. The Bears are a football game. The Chicago Steelers do not exist.
Are a football game? Football team?
Yeah, they play in the game. It's a thing. It's a whole thing. All right, we got a couple more left. Next one is this. Name a flavor of pie.
You're beating me now with 136 points.
Ooh, comes around fast.
I didn't
get
any points in that one. Pumpkin.
Your first answer was pumpkin, and lucky for you.
Yeah, first answer on the board. What's your next one?
My first one, I believe, I try to keep them in order, is apple.
Yeah.
Apple is the number 2 answer.
Great job.
You were 32. I'm 23. We're just mirror images of each other.
Yeah. My next one. My next one is pecan.
Pecan is on the board for the number 3 position.
However you want to say it.
Let me just tell you, I'm regretting helping you with some of these answers because I didn't know we were keeping score like this. This was supposed to be my game before I got hijacked.
I'm just taking the scores that they have on the board and putting them here.
Okay.
What's your next one?
Now I can't play nice anymore.
Okay.
Then I put pumpkin, which doesn't make sense.
No, that was
I'm
mine.
not looking at the right thing. I put rhubarb. Rhubarb pie.
That ain't on there.
And lucky for me, it isn't. It's not on there.
Okay. I said like a Boston cream or like a chocolate mousse pie. That's what I was saying. Remember? Is there a chocolate mousse? Well, I don't know what they're called.
There is a chocolate pie.
Yeah.
It's not a chocolate mousse.
For 7 points.
7 points. And then I said, I believe my next one was banana cream.
Yeah, that's probably not up there either.
It's not on there.
What about,
I knew it wasn't a holiday pie.
But it's a good one. What about cherry?
Is cherry
that
on there?
That can't be on there, but
it is. It's number 5.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. Those are all of mine. Do you have any other guesses?
Nope. That's all of mine.
All right. Let's take a look and see what the other answers were in the 6th, 7th, and 8th spots. We've got lemon.
Oh, like a lemon meringue pie.
Berry and sweet potato.
I thought, but I was like, isn't it just sweet potato casserole? It's not sweet potato pie.
Yeah, I don't think I'd try sweet potato pie, but it wouldn't be something I would be seeking out.
Yeah, no.
Not
Okay,
at all.
the new score. Oh, you don't want to know the score. I'll tell you later.
Am I winning?
No.
You're right. I don't want to know the score. We have 2 questions left.
I'm nervous about this one.
This next one is name a word associated with pilgrims.
Whoa.
Did I start or did you?
I don't know. I did. I said Native Americans.
Native Americans. Actually, I think what you said was
Indians.
Yeah,
I
and
did.
they
That's
are
not
on the board.
PC, and I understand that, but that's what when people think of that.
That is true. My first answer was smallpox.
Is it on the board?
Let's see. No, of course it's not on the board. Let's just whitewash history.
Yeah.
And act like we didn't kill all of the first
100%.
Americans. I forget what they're supposed to be called now. I try to keep up. First. Oh boy. Next up, what's your next answer?
I don't know. Cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Is that what? That's what it's called, right?
A cornucopia is on the board. Cornucopia. Boy, oh boy. This is not looking good for me. I put first Thanksgiving. I'm going to go with that. Thanksgiving/gratitude.
That's good. 14 points, babe. Look at that.
Yeah, 14
That's
points.
Great.
How many points do you have?
17 plus 9.
Oh, good math. 23, lady. Next up. You said 17 plus 9?
Yeah, it's like 26.
Nailed it. First try.
I was like,
Good thing we're not recording this.
And we are.
All right, is it your turn or my turn? I think it's your turn.
I said cornucopia. You said Thanksgiving. I'm going to say bonnets.
Bonnets?
Yeah, like the hair pieces that the girls wore. They wore bonnets. Is that what they're called?
We might debate this later, but bonnets is not out there.
Okay, but it's the hair piece, isn't it?
Okay, but here's why I'm not giving it to you.
Why not?
Because I said buckle clothing, like the outfits. Right?
And is it all put together?
This is what we have. Hats. Which technically a bonnet is a hat.
What I said
is and technically what I'm talking about is also on the hats. So I think we should split it. 7 points each, and then 1 point.
You can have 8 points.
Yes. Dang, that means I'm really losing. She's super competitive, so if I get a free point, it's not looking good for old SP.
Ships.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Ships.
Wow.
That's my next one.
Ships is
like the
not
Mayflower
on there. I don't know if we've had one
is the Mayflower
X or if we've had 2 X's. I don't know, but is the Mayflower on there? Of course it is.
That's what I said.
No, you did not. Show me Mayflower on your board.
I said ships like the Mayflower, and you went the Nina, the Pinta,
the
and the
Santa
Santa Maria. And I said it's the Mayflower.
And then you asked me what it was, and I
said it's the. I'm taking the points.
30 points. You're gonna steal. You're gonna steal 30 points.
I said the Mayflower. You can go back and listen. I said the Mayflower.
Let's go back and listen.
The Mayflower ship.
I'm just kidding. We're not going back.
When you put it back in, you'll be like, you were right. You totally said it.
I'm the one who puts things back in, and we're not doing it.
But you know what I mean? Is the Mayflower and what all the things. So
the
any
Nina,
of the
ships.
ships.
Pinta, the Santa, Maria.
Was it not the Mayflower?
I was told there'd be no
those
history.
ones.
You're the history one.
I am. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, and then my last one is going to be America.
What is the next one that you said?
The next one that I said was Turkey, which is on the board. It's the last answer for some reason, but it's 3 points. What'd you say?
That's it. My last one was the Mayflower.
Oh, I also said America, but that's not on there.
What are the other ones?
Nor will it count. I'll show you. Let's reveal them. We had feast/food and Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock. That should have been an obvious one.
Oh, yes. Plymouth Rock.
I don't know about you, but that round specifically took me back to like elementary
Third
school.
grade. Yeah.
Yeah. When you like made cornucopias and you stuffed it with things and you talked about the programs, you had the hats and all the things. Like it totally took me back. And I was like, what do I remember?
I don't know that kids do that anymore. Probably better.
I'll hold my tongue.
Yeah, you will. Let's take a look at the final question of the game. The one where I take the lead back. It's name one store that has the best Black Friday sales. Just so you know, it's any store. You can just name, like one store at a time.
I hate you.
So who went first? I think you did.
Give me 1 second. Talk. Take some time.
Take some time. Kelly's doing math. She wants to know how bad she has to beat me this round.
Math.
In order to maintain
I feel pretty good.
Turkey trophy.
All right. Depends on how many out of 100. Who knows? I feel pretty good. Okay.
Wow.
How old is this? Is what I want to know.
It's brand new this year.
Okay, go. What's your first one?
I said Amazon.
That's probably answer number 1.
No, it's answer number 6 for 8 points. What was your number 1?
Target
for 20 points.
I'm definitely going to win.
I know you are. My next one was Best Buy, which was the third position for 17 points.
Really good. Mine was Macy's.
You said Macy's, which is on the board for 5 points, just barely in that 7th position. Then I said car dealerships.
That's not on there, is it?
Which is not on there. It's not on there.
My next one was Walmart.
Which I was going to say, and you're like, I don't want it.
But I said it.
Guess what?
It's not on the board, is it?
It's the number 1 answer.
It's a number 1 answer.
28
I would have never thought that would be the number 1 answer.
You're welcome. If you beat me by 28 points.
I won't beat you by way more than 28 points.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better. That's all the answers I have. There's 3 more on the board. One is don't know, don't care, don't shop. But there's 2 others. One is a big box store, much like one of your answers. And the other one is often found next to a Target. Do you have any guesses?
Found next to a Target. Often found next to a Target? Like a Nordstrom rack?
Close, but give me one more guess.
Like a Ross.
No, it's a Kohl's.
Oh, a Kohl's. I should have known a Kohl's.
I know. Kohl's always.
That makes sense. Kohl's would have been a
Cash,
good one.
baby,
Kohl's
not
Cash,
a sponsor.
yeah.
Not yet.
We should get some Kohl's Cash. We should go to Kohl's and we should do some Christmas shopping. All right. Anyways.
My favorite, with 1 vote, the person who's still going to J.C. Penney.
I was going to say J.C. Penney. I'm glad that I didn't. Only 1 point. Only 1 point.
You would have won the game with that 1 point, though.
Yeah.
You could
any
have had
guesses
it all.
on the scores?
Rolling in the deep.
You already know that I won.
Yeah, no, I have no guesses.
So, SP.
Yes.
In our Family Feud game of 7 innings, it's not quite what it was, but 7 rounds, you walked away with 209 points.
That sounds like a lot of points.
It is. I walked away with 316 points.
316?
Yeah.
So you beat me by about 100.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
You know what? Tiebreaker.
Is there a tiebreaker?
Double or nothing.
You can see the answers.
I'm not going to look at them.
Okay.
Next question.
Oh, we're going to write them down?
If you can get...
We have to write them down. Let's write.
If there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers. Okay, sure.
I'll write them down. I'll write mine and yours. Go.
Fine. And
what's the question?
If you get a higher score than me, I will give you $100.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal. Can I just get my birthday gift early?
Yeah. Is that a birthday gift?
I have no idea what that is.
That's a good answer. That's good. It should be a birthday gift.
Yeah.
It's expensive. All right. So let me pull this up. Not looking at any of the answers. Okay. It is name the worst. No, I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one. Which Thanksgiving food normally has the most leftovers?
Green bean casserole.
You get to go first.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Don't look.
I'm going to go with stuffing. Not in your house, apparently.
We love stuffing.
What do you got?
Gravy. Wait,
okay.
Mashed potatoes. I'll say mashed potatoes.
Sure. And I'm going to say gravy. I'm just kidding. I'll do I don't know if we're getting into sides like condiments. Like cranberries got a lot of leftovers.
You want to say cranberry sauce?
No. I'm going to say did you already say turkey?
No.
We should say turkey. That should be the number one answer.
Okay, pie.
Pie. Can we put pie / dessert?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. And there's all 8 answers on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to say you said green bean casserole?
Green bean casserole.
Casserole? Yeah. Let's throw sweet potatoes on there.
I'm going to say cranberry sauce. Okay. I know you didn't.
Did you not go with gravy then?
No, because I was like mashed potatoes and gravy.
That's true. It kind of goes together. Let's throw some ham in that.
Okay,
bunch.
That's all 8. Well, that's 8 answers.
Let's go 2 more for safety.
Okay. I'm like trying to think about a Thanksgiving table and what gets put on a Thanksgiving table.
Yeah, potato salad. I bet there's a lot.
You want that one?
Or like salad. It could be potato. It could be pasta.
I got you. Okay.
Or whoever's bringing like a broccoli casserole.
That would be like a green bean casserole. I'm going to say leftover. What's really left? I'm going to say ham. Oh, you already said ham. I'm going to say...
I think that's all 10, isn't it?
I don't have one. You have 5. I have 4.
Hit me with one more.
I'm literally trying to think about what else gets put at the table.
What does Ryan turn into a sandwich?
Turkey, cranberry sauce.
I'll give you 10 seconds to think
stuffing. About it. I'm just going to put gravy as my separate one, even though I know it's not going to be.
I thought you already did it. Well, let's find out. So what's the first answer on there?
Green bean casserole.
So the question is, which Thanksgiving food normally has the most leftovers? And you said...
green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole. Is it up on the board? It's not, but vegetables are.
Well, I think that falls as a vegetable.
I think that falls under. What was my first one?
Stuffing.
Stuffing is number 2 for 14 points. Okay. What about yours?
Mashed potato.
That's number 3 rather, with 9 points. And my next one?
Turkey.
It's got to be. It's the number 1 answer with 47 points,
I guess that makes sense, but I feel like people eat it. I said desserts.
Desserts are not on this
pie.
list. No pies on here. I don't know what family this is.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes are there for 6 points in the number 5 position. What's next?
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberries. I will take it. Next.
Ham.
Ham is the last answer. And
gravy.
No gravy.
Potato salad.
Salad is on the board, which means we got all 8. I guess that means...
How do we get all 8?
I don't have to give you your birthday present early.
I know, that is such a bummer. I should have said turkey. I should have played harder. But I was just like... I was honestly thinking about the things that we would leave behind on the table, and I don't think about turkey because I don't...
like it.
Eat it.
Yeah.
But so I don't pay attention.
It's a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourself. This has been Survey Says Thanksgiving Edition. Let's move on with the show, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, did that get you in the Thanksgiving spirit?
A little bit. You know, I'm in the Christmas spirit because we decorated for Christmas, even though our Christmas tree lights stopped working today.
Yeah, we're not sure what that's about, but
he said he's going to fix it, so I trust him. It's a brand new Christmas tree.
Always do.
You always do.
I'm a fixer. I'm attracted to things that need fixing.
Except for me. I didn't need fixing. I just needed loving.
All right. Well, we got some time left over. Would you
unpopular opinions for me?
Yeah. By the way, if you've got any unpopular opinions or stories that revolve around Thanksgiving, if you're watching or listening to this, send them in. The next episode will come out right before Thanksgiving. So if you want some of those things on there, just send them our way. You can do it. I should probably tell you how. Either hit us up personally on our Instagram, Hardly Working Insta, or send us an email at hardlyworkingfans@gmail.com. Or just leave a comment on the video, like Shelby.
Yep.
Another shout out.
Yeah, Shelby. Yeah.
All right. So we got some unpopular opinions for you. Let's jump right in. First one, and apologies if we've talked about any of this on the show before. It's starting to blur.
Have we talked about
episodes in. No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But 17 episodes in. That's a lot of episodes. That's like almost 50 hours of content.
Yeah.
Not quite, but close. Anyway, first one. Home economics should be a required course for college students.
Yes.
I would say
high school. That's what I thought you were going to go to. I said it before. We're on the same page.
Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah. If we have to do a government class, if that's required for us to understand the government, then why not home economics? The things that like people should learn how to prepare for taxes and how to save money and how to have a savings account and what it means to have a Roth IRA versus a regular IRA versus a 401k. Like, I think people should understand those things and not wait until they're like me. Well, my mom was, so this is I'm going right into it.
Dang.
My mom was in banking for a long time. She worked at Chase. Well, she worked at a bunch of different
That's why
banks.
she's so rich.
That's right. She funds this.
The whole show is sponsored.
Did you know that, Melody? You fund the show. Just kidding.
So waiting for that check.
Yeah. But she worked at a bank for a long time. So my mom taught me everything I know about finances and all that stuff. But it took me a long time to really understand it because we didn't get, everything's more accessible now, but we didn't really get credit cards until
we were adults.
Well, I had an American Express with my mom and my dad when I was
You had an American Express?
Yeah. It was like my mom and my dad's card, and I was attached to it. So I had a credit card for emergencies when I was probably like a senior in high school or maybe a little before that up until college.
Yeah.
So I could start to build my credit. But I'm thankful for that. I didn't know. And we've talked about this before. I got into a lot of debt at like $600 in debt, which seems like nothing now. But at the time it was crippling.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. I didn't really understand credit cards. I didn't understand how to save. I didn't do all that stuff. Here's my best advice for you. I think that, all this to say this, I really went off on this one.
Yeah.
I have a really strong opinion. I think that you should teach at home. Is it home economics?
Yeah.
That's other stuff too. But home economics in school, because I think there are lots of things people should learn. And if I can teach you anything on this podcast, I'm going to teach this to you right now. This is for everybody. So you should have a regular checking account, and then you should have a bills account. And your bills account, you should, like, a certain amount of every check you get should just go in there. And that way you know that your bills are always covered, however much your bills are. Your car insurance, your car payment, health insurance, whatever things you have, put it in your bills account. And then all the money that goes to your other account, guess what? It's all the money you actually have to spend. So you never have to worry about overdrafting. You never have to worry about not having enough money, because when you look in that account, you'll always know what you have, and you'll always know that your bills are being paid. Best thing my mom ever taught me. It'll help you. It saved my life, I think. Made me who I am today. We're savers.
And then also marry someone with tons of money.
Like my husband.
Neither of us did that.
Cheers.
But yeah, it does sound like a good plan.
Yeah, but all that to say, I want to hear your thoughts, but I have lots of thoughts on this. I do think people should take that course, not only to learn about like the basic things that people should learn about when it comes to like taxes and finances, but also learn like how to do laundry and how to cook a meal, basic things.
Right. Yeah, no, it's stupid. I don't think they should do that.
How different vegetables and things should be, like, does it go in the fridge? Does it stay out in the wild?
Someone listening to me would be like, that's funny. He just totally disagreed. My wife, who's used to me, is like moving
he's not
on.
Really
Didn't even hear it. Didn't even hear it.
He already said we should learn it or teach it.
Well, 84% of people agreed.
Yeah. And the other, what is that?
Yeah, no, go for it. Sure.
16%.
Very nice. You deserve to win that game.
Math was my worst subject. The other 16% should, I don't know who you are. I could take a guess, but I'm not gonna, because that's mean.
All these people who can't cook chicken. I do agree with you, and with a majority, I'll keep my answer brief. I think if I had to suffer through learning kind of how the Electoral College works, if you can sit through that, you can learn how to boil pasta water. Like, there's just certain things that I think everyone would benefit from knowing, even if it's not the school's position to teach you. Now, the things that you said, I could get on that too.
Sorry, I'm just going to button this up really quick.
Dang, you're going to be like wearing a turtleneck by the end of this episode. I've been enjoying it, though.
I know.
Here's the deal.
It's too high.
The stuff that you learn, even in college, this said college, we kind of took it back to high school.
I should be high school.
I agree. There's so many classes I took, particularly in college. Anthropology is one that comes to mind. That
I enjoyed that class.
I bet you did, but you ever talk about anthropological
things? Yeah. Well, just the other day on this little podcast I do called Hardly Working, we talked about a show called Bones, which centers around.
Oh my gosh. Look, we just learned a lot of stuff that we don't need to know about.
No, yeah, but I agree.
But can you talk us through what it means to have a mortgage? What's it like to buy a car or a house? What's the principal versus paying interest? Why is it not like knowing those things if
it's
school
helpful.
is supposed to set you up theoretically for the bare minimum of what you need in life, reading, writing, math, why wouldn't you actually set people up to live a life well?
Yep.
How do you pay your taxes?
That would be better school. I would appreciate that school more, and I'd be more excited about it.
2.
Versus having to learn about the quadratic equation that I don't think I ever use. I'll use it again whenever Brooklyn has to learn it.
I used it on this little podcast called Hardly Working.
No,
where
you
we're talking
didn't.
about a show about math.
Arr.
Next one, every new car should come with a dash camera built in.
Yeah.
Now, not a rear view camera.
No, a dash cam for accidents.
Yes. I 100% agree. And oddly enough, 84% agreed with this one too.
So 16 of you don't want it?
Well, I was in class the other day, and the teacher was like, who I love, he's so great.
His
he was
acting
like,
class.
He was like,
not his home economics class.
I was buying a car a couple of years ago. It was like 2011. This guy was like, do you want me to acknowledge that?
I was gonna say that was funny. If it was anyone other than my husband. Sorry.
Anyway, he was like, the guy was trying to sell me on this car. I was like, I want to buy the car. He's like, you're gonna love it. It's got a backup camera. He's like, I don't want a backup camera. How much is it without it? And he's like, you can't take it off. It's just in there. Like, I don't care. I don't want to take it off. Some people are like that. They're like, I've been doing things a certain way. I don't need certain things. Maybe 16% of people thought that about these dash cams. I think it's stupid, especially with like every car. The majority of cars right now that are being built today have multiple cameras in them.
Of course.
I'm not talking about just a backup cam.
Yeah, look at Tesla.
Yeah,
not a sponsor.
Rear view, not a sponsor, would be. Side cameras. Tesla's a great example because it has a multitude of cameras. Why doesn't every car have something that's like, in the court of law, we can look at this? It'd make things so much better.
Yeah.
For people who are driving well.
Everyone kind of sucks at driving right now. But we do have cameras.
Is that true?
Or sensors and stuff, I can't even switch lanes without my thing going off if it's like someone's in your blind spot. So what's it called?
Yeah, your blind spot. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it'll go beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, and you don't even have a camera.
And it'll have a red light come up on my rearview mirror.
That's true.
My side mirrors.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah.
So we agree that we should. Yeah. So
along with 84% of you.
Yeah, get on it, car
16%
companies.
Weirdos.
Last one, if you're dating someone, you should tell them if you still have feelings for someone else. Let's say that this is the beginning weeks of a relationship.
Okay.
If you're dating someone.
And your answer? I was going a completely
tell me what direction you were going.
I was going to say, we've talked about this before, as in you and I have talked about this before.
We've talked about something like this on the show too.
Yeah. I
think it might have been if you were in love with someone, not if you still have feelings. I don't know.
Sure. Here's what else.
No, it was if you have a low libido, you should tell someone before you start getting into serious relationship.
Yeah. So this is kind of similar.
Yeah, no. This is totally
different. This is different. This is like you like someone else. I think that you should be, if you're looking for an open and honest relationship, then you should be open and honest. Yeah. Now, there's a difference though between being like, oh, I still like this other guy, but I'm going to date this guy or gal, wherever you land. And like not want to tell someone else, but like still be actively trying to get with the other person. I think that's different than being like, yeah, I like this person. I kind of still have feelings for them, but I'm going to try to be in a relationship with you. I have a couple different thoughts, but I'm going to start here and say, if you have feelings for somebody else, then you probably shouldn't get in a relationship with somebody.
I don't know. There is pardon me for such a crude phrase. There's a phrase. The best way to get over a girl is to get under a new girl.
It doesn't have to be a girl. Over someone is to get under someone else.
Yeah, but I'm a heterosexual, straight, cisgendered male, and so that's the only version of it I've ever heard because I was very sheltered.
Sure, and that's okay. You could do that, but that's different than dating somebody.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking around. So you're saying that you shouldn't be in a relationship if you still have feelings for someone?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You shouldn't get married.
Sure.
But sometimes feelings dissipate as your love for someone grows.
True. You should be honest. But I was going to say this is similar to something you and I have talked about where it's like if you find someone attractive or think someone's cute or like get along with someone in a certain way, like you have a certain chemistry, communicating that to your partner to be like, hey, I have like really good chemistry with this person. And I just want to say it out loud to take away its power. Yeah. And to let you know too, so it's not awkward, not uncomfortable, but that like this person I have really good chemistry and I could see in another life, like.
Yeah, it's interesting when you say
I don't know if that makes sense.
It never comes out that way. I love you too. You're pretty cool. It never comes out that way when you have these conversations.
No.
In fact, I know you haven't had feelings for someone else, and you know that I haven't had feelings for someone else. We both regularly talk about people that are attractive or we are attracted to of both genders. Yeah. To be frank. So that's normal. But I don't think we've ever had a conversation with the tone of like, I'm just letting you know because it could be.
No.
We may say something like, in another life, me and so.
Yeah. And I mean, yes, but I'm just saying, like, we've talked about that and how that's like part of healthy conversation is like, it's good to call stuff out and to like take away its power. And because that takes away power from you thinking something about like something happening or whatever. But it also takes away the power of like, it's out in the open. Like, this person's cool and I really like them, I get along. And I'm making this too, it sounds deeper than it is what it feels like to me, as what I'm saying. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying, like, open communication is really important in any relationship. It's super important. And if you're going to get in a relationship with somebody and you like somebody else, you should definitely tell them.
Yes.
Because I think that's fair to that person that you're committing to.
I would say that most people aren't in a, for lack of a better term, I'm going to say a healthy enough place to hear that and be like, hey, thanks. You really saved me a lot of heartache by knowing this. Usually it's like, well, why in the world did you start dating me if you still love so-and-so? But if you are in a relationship with a partner who has grown enough to be able to hear something like this, I think it fosters trust rather than fear and worry. Mm-hmm. If you're in a relationship and you know that you tell your partner, spouse, whatever, like, hey, so-and-so, I just wanted you to know, like, I don't know, they're very attractive and whatever it is. You wouldn't say it that way because that's weird. Most people, I think, would be like, 1, why are you telling me this? 2, why are you thinking this? 3, why are you feeling this? 4, get out of my house, whatever it is.
Kev, I love.
Like, I can tell you, whoever's listening, you and I, like I said, they're not really conversations. They're more like offhanded remarks. And it doesn't do any of those 4 things. It just continues, I think, to foster the trust that we have, that if there was something, it would be said. Yeah. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Is that fair and accurate?
Most of the time, I'm like, yeah, that person was cute, weren't they?
That's true.
They did have a good personality. I like them too.
But their face was better. Well, I don't know if I told you this, but 71% agreed and 29% disagreed. Let me read it though. Yeah, because I think we may have lost the exact phrasing. Yeah. The phrasing was, if you're dating someone, you should tell them if you still have feelings for someone else. 71% agree, 29% disagree. I think that's a pretty fair spread too, because I'm thinking about it in terms of getting into a relationship. Yeah. But I think a lot of people are probably thinking about it through personal experience or experience that they've had with other people, which is like, I've been dating someone for a year and then they left me for their ex-girl or boyfriend. Yeah. Like, and I had no idea that was still a thing.
Yeah. That does happen.
Yeah, totally. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Has that happened to you? Anybody ever?
No.
Not even like, well, they didn't leave me for that person, but later on I found out that they ended up with that person.
No.
No.
I only had like 3 significant, 4 if I include you, significant relationships.
Thanks. Yeah.
I was thinking about prior to you. You haven't left me. You're with me.
Not yet.
Not ever. Right, Dad?
By the couple and for the couples that work, play, and stay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. We'd have to change our tagline. The couples that work, play, and hang out together.
Oh,
I love you. I'm never going to leave you.
That's right.
Behind at a McDonald's or anything.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But you've only had a handful of long-term relationships, and so that hasn't really been the case.
Yeah. And I left them all.
Did you really?
That's not true.
Are you the one who breaks up with everyone?
No, my last boyfriend broke up with me. It was very shocking. After pursuing me for like 3 years without me being with him. Yeah. We were together for 6 months. And then he was like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I was like, was it all about the chase for you then? You wore me down, and I was like, okay, I'll date you. I do like you. And then he was like, in the car, he was like, I'm done. I just don't feel this relationship.
It was that anymore. Fast. It's like, oh man, we're boyfriend, girlfriend.
It was like 6 months. And I remember we were on the car back from church, and he told me that he didn't want to be with me anymore. Dropped me off because I had to go to work. Went to work.
He broke it to you on your way to work? I guess there's never a good time, but
it might have been on my way. He broke it to me, and then we may have like met up the next day to talk about it. And then I was on my way to work. I remember I went to work, and my friend Michael Gonzalez, who's now an operator, looked at me and he was like, "You can go home." Oh, really? I was like, "Thank you so much." I was like crying.
Wow. So you were working at the restaurant at that point. Uh-huh. I was imagining like American leader. Eagle or something.
No.
Or Bath and Body Works.
Nope.
None of those.
At the restaurant, yeah.
Dang.
It was a similar experience when Mocha died. I also got sent home from work
the
following day. Yeah,
Mocha being her
my cat. Yeah, because I was a mess. And
Really?
Andy was the only one. She was like, my mocha. She was trying to make me laugh. And she did make me laugh a lot by being like, my mocha, oh, my moo moo.
Saying that about your dead animal?
It's because the joke, she used to come over to the house a lot and we would hang out and I'd be like, oh, my mocha. And mocha would go and sit on everyone's lap because she was just a love bug.
Yeah.
That's what she was. So she would sit and I'd be like, oh, my mocha. And so Andy would be like, my mocha, oh, my mocha, my moo mocha. And so she made that joke. And like years later down the line, she'd make that joke when I was having a rough day and I'd always laugh like every time and sometimes through tears, but.
Wow. She's a good friend.
She is.
Love
you, Anders.
Oh, Anders. Love you. That must have been before my time because I never met Mocha. I think we've established that on the show, but
yeah.
Before my time. Well, let's get into, we got time for just a couple stories. You want to hit some?
R&R.
R&R.
Okay.
All right. The first one, I will admit, is more of a headline than it is a story.
Okay.
But it still is a published news or article from Fox 35 Orlando.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, another Florida story.
Let's hear it.
This one is
What
entitled,
is it now? A crocodile? A snake?
How about this?
Frogs?
Real human blank
No.
found for sale at Florida thrift store.
Hair?
No.
Skin?
Oh, what?
Okay,
like a bag of
nails.
jerky or something? Just in a
Nails.
Ziploc? No, skull. Real human skull.
You thought skin was weird?
Skull
It's
at least
a
makes
skull.
sense. It at least makes sense. Anyway, it says a typical trip to the thrift store in Florida turned out to be an unusual one.
How did somebody figure that out? Okay, keep going. Sorry.
It does tell you.
Go,
yes.
go, go,
So
sorry.
this guy is in North Fort Myers, Florida, in a thrift store, finds this skull just on there, price tag and everything.
$199.
Aunt
Wow.
Ruth.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Shopper recognized the skull to be human and alerted law enforcement. The deputies arrived and they said, yep, that seems to be a human skull.
Means one of those workers had to touch it and put it up there and put a sticker
know.
on it and they didn't know.
According to the store owner, the skull was found in a storage unit that was bought some years ago. The case is not believed to be suspicious.
Well, not believed.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, yeah. I missed it on here. I forgot to tell you this. The shopper, oh my gosh. The shopper was an anthropologist.
Yes, it's full circle, full circle. We talked about it again. Look at it. Anthropologist. Sorry.
Anthropologist. That was the full circle of the full circle.
It was.
Wow. Yeah, I remembered that in the article and I was like, oh no.
It's a real life
I'm gonna
bone
have to
story.
say it.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, I couldn't pass it up because it was so a hardly working story. But here's the real story.
Yeah.
Not the real story about this. That story's
Okay,
over.
let me guess.
You want to fill in the blank?
Yes. Is it one of those? No.
Sure. I'm going to give you one blank to fill in though, okay? The hijacking of $339,000 worth of rare Japanese blanks.
Well, the first answer goes diamonds, but it can't be diamonds.
It is not
rare
Damones.
Japanese chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
That's really
it's
racist.
not. That wasn't great.
I'm so sorry.
It is something you
I was
can
gonna say
eat.
Wagyu beef.
Wagyu
Cows.
beef? Oh, okay.
That's
that
where
makes
they're
sense.
from. They're from
oh,
Japan.
They're from Wagyu. It is not that. Would you like any clues or would you like to continue guessing?
Clues.
Okay. It is something you can
puzzles.
eat. Did you hear that already?
Yeah, and that's why I said beef, and then you said Wagyu beef,
Okay.
and I said it's from Japan.
It is something that you would eat around this time of year. Not Thanksgiving time.
Maybe like figs.
Figs.
It's not
It's
figs.
fig season.
Yeah, it's fig season.
No, it is not that.
So we can eat around this time of year.
Yeah, Halloween time. How about that? I know we're
Candy.
past. Yes, it is a candy.
Pocky sticks.
Oh, so good. No, it's
Pandas.
a chocolate candy.
Pandas. Yes, it's a candy.
Okay.
They're stuffed with.
Yes, I now know what
chocolate.
you're talking about, but it's not. It is.
I've been to Japan. I know. I don't know what
You
candy
should
they have.
know. Okay, so let me give you
I
all the
actually
pieces
named
here.
some candy that they have, and
You
it wasn't
did a
that. So I
great
just
job.
want to say it.
You did a great job. Full disclosure. So this is pulling the curtain a little bit here so you can see. Oh, snap. Forget it. Curtain closed because it pulled up. It is the hijacking of $339,000 worth of rare Japanese KitKats.
Because they're very, yeah.
Yes,
They have
so-
the interesting ones.
Yes, they do. They do.
I would have never gotten to KitKats because that isn't just a Japanese thing.
No, KitKats aren't.
I know, but in my brain, I would have never gotten there because unless you said candy, like flavored candy, I might have gotten to KitKats. But okay, anyway,
so here's the full disclosure on the story. First, it is very, very long. Second, I did read it all. Third, there's a lot of details. Fourth, just ask me questions as they come up because we'll add more and more to the story. Let me give you the highlight at the top here. First of all, you mentioned a lot of different flavors. Yes. Let me tell you some of the flavors. Flavors such as melon. Pass. Matcha latte.
Ooh, matcha
I'd try that. I know I'm saying this right. Daifuku mochi.
Daifuku mochi.
It is Daifuku. I'm going to go with what I said.
Okay.
Those are the ones they listed, but they had a total cost of around $110,000 worth of purchased KitKats.
Dang.
Okay. So here's what happens. Like they were smuggling in ice cream and fruit roll-ups that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about coming full circle on the show. So here's what happened. Essentially, this guy, whose name is Danny Tang, Taing. Let's go with Tang. He runs a subscription box service.
Yep.
And so he sends out boxes of rare candies to people.
Yes.
Or candy to people? Rare candy to people.
I've seen this on TikTok.
You've seen this story or you've seen people who sell this?
People who do that.
Yeah, I get a lot of candy stories or candy things on my TikTok because I'm a child. But so this guy orders over $100,000 worth of these KitKats and he's going to make about, it says $250,000 on these KitKats for the box services.
Not anymore.
So he orders them from Japan and they get shipped via cargo ship to basically Los Angeles.
Yep.
That's part of the plan. This guy's got a warehouse in New Jersey, unfortunately, across the entire country.
Dang.
So here's some things I didn't know. If you have a large amount of freight that you need hauled across the country, there's like a Craigslist-like service where you can go on and post a job.
Oh, somebody picked it up in the ticket.
Truck drivers can pick it up.
They were like, I smell candy. Yum, 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 yum.
Like, I don't want the iPhone freight. I want the chocolate freight.
I'm going to eat it all.
Sounds sexier than I meant it. So here's what happens. He goes he contacts a person who's in charge of like making those connections, pairing drivers with freight to drive. So he talks to this guy. In the article, they call him Mr. Black. I don't know if that's really his name, but here's the highlights. He says, great, it's 2 shipments worth, like 2 truckloads worth. So imagine 18-wheelers, 2 of them.
That's a lot of KitKats.
That's a lot of KitKats. This guy has paid 6 figures for KitKats. So he's like, great. I got the guy who could do the first leg of it. I'll find someone else for the second leg of it. Great. So he's like, wonderful. It's this thing, H&H Trucking or whatever. And it's going to go from LA to New Jersey. Short of the story, this dude is like, where in the world are my chocolate bars? Guy's like, truck broke down. We're working on it. Don't worry. The truck is refrigerated, so it's no big deal. He's like, okay, good. Days go by. Where's my chocolate? It's supposed to be in New Jersey. The dude just comes out with it. He's like, yeah, I'm a scammer. Like, you're not getting this chocolate. And he's like,
either one of them?
He goes, why did you do this? Because you only get paid when the freight is delivered, paid upon delivery. So why even do that? He's like, I told you I'm a scammer and I'm here just to mess things up for people. So I haven't taken any of your stuff either.
Oh, so it's all still there? So
he finds out this stuff has been staying at like a, thankfully, refrigerated storage place for 2 weeks.
Dang.
So there's like a $3,800 storage fee for this thing. The guy talks him down to $2,000. He says, here's what happens. I'll pay you $2,000. Great. So he's got he's not in Los Angeles, but now he has access to the chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Here's what this guy really messed up. He goes back to the guy and says, find me a real trucking service to do this.
No.
And he's like, don't worry. I got you, boo.
Came back to the same guy that scammed him?
No. So there's I told you it's so complicated. There's the guy with the box service.
Yep.
There's the guy who organizes the freight people.
Yeah.
And then there's the freight people. So the guy with the box service goes back to the freight guy and says, crazy mistake. No one could have known. Find me a different guy. So he does.
It's a scammer.
The guy gets a truckload out, just one of the truckloads.
And it makes it there?
And starts driving it to New Jersey. Couple days later, I've called you. You hung up on me. I've emailed you with no response. I called you the other day and it said the number's disconnected. The guy's like, yeah, I'm a scammer.
Did he not take it either? Or he did take it.
This dude, I believe this dude took one truck's worth. He's like, I am a scammer. And yeah, you're not getting this chocolate back. So this dude who's bought 200 or 100K worth of KitKats.
Oh my God.
Is like, now half of the product is gone.
Yeah.
Whatever. Forget this, dude. Forget all this. I'll get the other half. Storage company. Oh, no. You don't have the rights for this stuff. You're not on the contract, nothing. So we can't give this to you.
Why isn't he on the contract?
I have no idea. It was a long article. So the company that's storing it is like, look, we have no use for the product. It's not like you left a truck full of iPhones here. You'll be like, don't worry, we'll take it off your hands. It's a truck full of KitKat bars that we have no use for. And they said, we are happy to give these to anyone who can provide the proper documentation to release them from our storage unit. But legally, or whatever their rules are, say that we can't do that without it.
But I'm paying you to have it stored there.
It gets weirder.
Oh my gosh.
And technically he's not. I guess he hasn't paid them to store it there yet. I don't really understand. Let me tell you this. The story ends still with a mystery. We don't know why the scammers did it.
They just did it.
Neither of them, the one who did it for fun or the one who did it for
this
product.
Person's life.
Truly. And then we later learned that either the company that ships it over or the company that stores the freight was purchased 8 months or 6 months earlier by the guy who has the subscription box service. So the dude who can't get his product out of the company holding it purchased the company that was holding it like 6 or 8 months ago.
And so he can't get it out of his own place?
Well, now there's a big question mark. People declining interviews and won't reach out. So we don't know if it's Mr. Tang, Mr. Black, or the scammers or who. But there is at least 50 to 100K worth of rare Japanese KitKats.
Let's go get it.
Lying out there. And shout out to Sean, by the way, who gave us was it a milk tea KitKat the other day?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Rare and worth maybe millions of dollars. Maybe that was one of the KitKats. We live in Los Angeles. The plot thickens.
Yeah, it does.
Now we got something to ask Sean about at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we do. We'll let you know.
Why did you hold the freight?
We will let you know.
But I had to. I knew the story was long and convoluted, but I was like, we got to talk about the rare KitKat caper. Yeah. The KitKat caper.
That's good.
Stay tuned for more on this. And if you watch the show regularly or listen regularly, you'll know I will not follow up.
But I might.
But Kelly sometimes does. But that's it. We did it. We've come to the end of another episode.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to this coming week?
You know, we have dinner with our friend Scott this week, and I'm really excited about that. You have a gig.
I do.
And it's another week of just prepping for the crazy December that I have. I booked 2 more gigs today.
Oh, yeah. Tune in for the last episode right now of Hardly Working before Kelly starts her own show called Hardly Booking, where she just sits around and books gigs relentlessly.
Book them. Yeah, I do.
Booked 2 more gigs today.
2 more gigs today. I had another inquiry today as well. Yesterday, I booked a gig in March. So currently right now, I at where I'm at with all the gigs that I have in December, I still have a couple that are pending and waiting for answers back from people.
We call those holds.
A couple holds in December. But right now where I stand, I have 6 events that I'm doing in December, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm going to be making 3 times what my salary would have been at the restaurant I worked at prior to quitting my 9 to 5. I'm making 3 times that amount in December. 3 times what I make in a month in 1 month in December, which is great. My highest month since starting my photo booth, and highest month ever paid.
You know, it's pretty incredible. A few things. You know, we celebrated the 1 year Bumbleversary in one of our podcasts. You know, in season 1. Go check that out. But we've been in it. You've been doing it for a little over a year, and you've done excellent every single month. This month has been huge. I know you said you're making 3 times what you made, but sometimes when you hear that number, it doesn't land. The reality is, what would have taken you 3 months of working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month. So however many days that adds up to, you will be making that in 6 days.
Yeah.
So let's just do that real fast. That would be, let's say 20 days a month. So 60 days. You're putting in 1/10 of the labor in making 3 times the amount you would have.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. It's been a fun ride. I'm making some good connections. And like I said, I already have, I'm sure it's normal for people to have bookings like when they do stuff like I do the next year. But as this is my first full year, it's been really cool to see the different types of connections I made. You know, we did Derek and Haley Huff's wedding, which was a big deal. And a lot of people found me through that and have continued to reach out. I got to meet the viral Fox and Feather lady her name is Melody, who made that disco ball walk. I'm doing an event with that. I'm very excited about that. But it's just cool. I can see my network is growing with people in the industry that I like and care about, and we can help each other and we book each other's gigs. And it's cool to be where I'm at. It's cool to be only working 6 days in December and making 3 times what I would have normally made in my 9 to 5. It's cool to know that I already have bookings on that I have deposits and things booked next year already. It's been a fun ride. So if you want to start your own business, if you're thinking about it, if you're looking to step out of that 9 to 5 and start something new, this is your sign to just say yes.
That's right.
Just try it.
Come up with a good plan, be smart, and then say yes.
But we take so many risks in life, but we rarely take risks on ourselves. So take a risk on yourself.
I agree. I'm pretty a risk averse person.
Yeah.
But I do think when it comes to your job and what you spend time making a living doing, if you can be one of the lucky ones who can enjoy what you do, who can love what they do for work, then it's worth the risk. And you need to know that taking a risk doesn't mean success, and that failure after failure is what leads you to success, what leads you to where you want to be.
Yeah.
You might open an Etsy shop and realize the product that you love and is easy to make isn't selling the way you want it to. That's okay. And then you learn to pivot to something different. Start building your dreams now as you're working your 9 to 5 or as you're watching your kids or babysitting or doing whatever you're doing. Start to build it in your time, build it in your mind, and then start to go for it.
Yeah.
Truly, I can't tell you that it will be worth your first endeavor, but I can tell you that if you keep pushing, you will get somewhere that you wouldn't ever have gotten to had you kept doing what you were doing. I was talking to Robert, my acting coach. One of my teachers. And he was talking about, he said, I cannot guarantee you opportunity, but I can guarantee you that after this 6 weeks, you will be ready if and when the opportunity arises.
Yep.
So for you, now that we're really bringing it home,
we're
really encompassing the whole episode with a heartfelt goodbye, don't miss your shot at an opportunity because you didn't do the work now. Yeah. Do the work now.
Because what you do while you're waiting is just as important as what you're waiting for.
Boom, baby. That's it. Love it. Hope you guys have an incredible week. We got Thanksgiving coming up. Oh, yeah. I've got a couple of things coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Got a big gig at the end of the week.
It's
a corporate party. It's also a Got Talent style show, and there's live performances. And this is one that I'm doing everything for: the audio, the video, the DJing, the hosting. So it's a lot to do, but we'll tell you how that goes at the end of the week. And then, of course, we got Thanksgiving coming up. We do Thanksgiving with my mom and my side of the little nuclear family before Thanksgiving. You got your grandma flying in for Thanksgiving proper, which will be fun.
Grandma
and then,
Rose.
Fingers crossed, it might be our last soccer game. Oh, I'm hoping and praying.
I think she's going to make it to playoffs, but we're not available during playoffs anyway. We're in Louisiana.
Going to sabotage playoffs.
We're in Louisiana, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's right. On one of my gigs in Louisiana with my photo booth. Bumble Booth takes Louisiana. Ooh. I don't know.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Tune in next week for more Thanksgiving fun.
Yep. I love you.
We hope you have an awesome week, that you spend most of your time hardly working.
I love you.
Goodbye. I love you too.
I love you.
And we love you guys.
Yep. Have fun. Hardly working.
Bye.
Bye.
We should have recorded that one.